Up, squad, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so I actually tried recording this video a few days ago, and I'm just in such a weird place because this whole entire retrograde, which it's over in 3 days, I'm recording this on the 25th of March, but I'm like, yeah, I got through this retrograde like a boss. The shit did not affect me. It did not hit me. And the universe was like, oh, yeah, bitch, I still got time. So, yeah, it just came in. And I was trying to do the Taurus video. And I'm like, yo, I'm not showing up. I'm like, I can't show up for squad week. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to put it off, guys. So, don't think I forgot about y'all. Y'all know I love you. But with that being said, guys, I really just want to say thank you because with the March monthly videos that I put out, the first set of them, it just got so many views and so much play, and I really just appreciate the support, guys. So yeah, with that being said, I had just a surge of people reach out to me for questions that they wanted answered, for the 30-minute readings, for the emergency readings that I offer, and it was just so overwhelming. And even though I do limit the 30-minute readings that I do, so only 3 people at most can book a day, just with the questions that came in, guys, I was so overwhelmed in such a good way. So with that being said, I am a little bit behind, just playing catch up because I had like 900 emails to go through total, and I'm just one person. And I looked at everything one day and I'm like, let me just take 2 days to like rebalance myself and get into a good space so that I can get this out, because sometimes I can be that Taurus who is very, you know, motivated and can whiz through shit, and then I have my days where I wake up and I'm just like, I don't think I could get out of bed today. So just balancing through that. But thank you, guys. Okay, thank you so much for that. So I'm sorry I'm late. So if you know anyone waiting for a reading, just let them know. And if I am late on a reading, especially if it's a 30-minute reading, I always hook it up, guys. But with the questions, just be patient, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on for squad. Now, this is going to be your mid-month for March. I know the mid-month technically passed a bit, so we're going to backtrack. We're going to go back to March 15th, and this is going to go through to April 15th, okay? All right, so Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's see what's up, y'all. Keep in mind, guys, my Instagram high vibrations 44, okay? So if you want to check out the daily energies I post, it's there. And I always keep people posted on, you know, what signs I just posted, the order of the monthly readings. I know everybody wants to know when is Taurus going to come out. You guys have the 3 of Cups in the reverse pop out. So for some of you, it could be a third-party situation in love. For others of you, maybe it's depression. For others of you, it could be having a fallout from a group of people or just from someone specifically, okay? Maybe a job. So let's see how this all ties in, guys. But I do hope that the retrograde was kind, that it was a good kind of clean out as opposed to something that could have been painful for you. Okay. All right. So the energy that we have here is the 7 of Swords. All right. So with the 7 of Swords, this could be something that someone is doing in secret. It doesn't necessarily have to be malicious. I know that's, you know, the first thing that a lot of people will assume. But for example, this could be an engagement that's a surprise. Obviously, the person's not going to tell you before they do it. Okay. But we do have the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like there's some sort of secret that can cause a sense of sadness or cause a sense of loss. But ultimately, it results in the 10 of Pentacles. So there could be a lot of money that comes out of this. There could just be something that makes you feel really good, you know, coming out of this. But maybe you just have to endure something that is not necessarily ideal. But let's just see how it plays out. So the first card that you guys have for the past, Queen of Wands in the reverse. So here, somebody's just really angry in a situation. The Queen of Wands in the reverse could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but anyone can come across this energy. This is someone who's kind of a diva, someone who's really just pissed off about something that's going down. And you have the Temperance card, so it's like your soul is at ease with something, but it's something that maybe you're upset about. And we have the 5 of Cups, so that's what it is. There's something that you don't like how it works out. you don't like how it goes down, but your soul is like, no, this is meant to happen. So usually I see this card maybe when someone's leaving a job that they weren't meant to be at, or leaving a person that they weren't meant to be with, where it's just like you feel this sense of sadness, but the universe, your soul knows that it's a beautiful thing and that it can put you on the right path. Okay, so there's a sense of balance that you're trying to find here with the Two of Pentacles. What do I do? What direction do I go in now? How do I refine this balance again? Okay, we have the the King of Wands in the reverse. So maybe this is something that had to do with promiscuity. Maybe this is something where there was a lot of passion, and that's why someone got so upset, because they were so passionately invested. All right. Someone here is really feeling a heavy betrayal, and they're just trying to find balance through that. And if it's not a betrayal, it's a sudden or a harsh ending, something that feels like you have 10 knives, you know, that were just put into your back. And we have the Knight of Cups here. So for some of you, this could have been in regards to a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or it could have been something that, again, there's just this emotional investment. Keep in mind that with the Knight of Cups, that's also a way that we can go about things. So it would describe a person who's very charismatic, a person who's very well-spoken, a person who's very articulate, a person that just naturally can make a room like them and favor them, okay? Now, the last card that we have for the past, guys, Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles, this could be literally you working on something or putting effort into something, kind of like that back and forth, that, you know, effort that you put into something you just want. Whether it's actual work, whether it's a person, whether it's a project. All right, and we have the Eight of Swords. So it's like you could be working on something, but maybe you're not seeing things through a clear lens. Okay, maybe you're working on something and, you know, metaphorically you have this blindfold on where it's like, okay, I know you're putting effort into this, but are you seeing it for what it is? Are you being, you know, completely honest with yourself about this? There has been like this one fruit fly in this room, and it comes out at the most inconvenient times. So if you guys see me like karate chop the air, I promise I'm okay. All right. We have the Magician in the reverse. So there's something that, you know, someone's putting effort into something here, guys, but there's manipulation. There really is. Either that, or it's just something that you honestly shouldn't be manifesting. Maybe it's just something that was holding you back, or maybe somebody who's being held back by trying to work on something with you. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. So it's like there's something here that could make you feel good, but how hard do you have to force it? Okay. Now in the present moment, we have the Devil card in the reverse. So this is removing yourself from toxicity. This is removing yourself from toxic habits. Okay. Maybe you want to stop drinking. Maybe you want to stop smoking. Maybe you need to get away from a person or an energy or a place that's just no good for you. Now, we have the Star card, which is a card about wish fulfillment. And we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So there's actually something that stops here, something that was toxic. And because you are stopping it, you're able to go towards things that you do want. Okay. But just know that for a lot of you, there's definitely something in your life where it's like it's still in your life, but it can be toxic to some extent. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're aware of what that is and that you're not being blind to what that can be. Okay, for the middle of the reading, guys, and this is what everything is going to tie into, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay, something that can no longer expand, something that we kind of just have to turn our back on at this point. We have the World card in the reverse. So yeah, the big theme here is that it's still there, but it shouldn't be. And for a lot of you, you may still be putting effort into this, okay? Or maybe it's just that desire to have this, but with the Page of Swords in the reverse, harsh talk, harsh communication, and a sense of, you know, if or when you fully let this go, that's when the anxiety from the situation goes away. But again, it might be something that slips away in a conflicting sort of way. Okay, with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse, so there could be fighting, there could be a lot of, you know, emotions being checked here. And keep in mind, guys, you know, that's what retrogrades are meant to do. They're really meant to bring things to the light, and that's not always a comfortable thing. Okay, that's not always a comfortable thing to see the truth of something, and especially as Tauruses, there's a sense that, yeah, at times we might seem clingy on people, or we might seem like, you know, I don't want to let you go, and I really, really just want to hold on to this, or this job, or this friendship, whatever it is. But what people fail to realize a lot about Tauruses, from what I'm noticing, is like it's not that we're just territorial. Before we even get to that point of becoming territorial, do you know how hard it is for a Taurus to truly become comfortable with someone? Like, I can talk to somebody and be like head over heels for this person, but even if I feel that way, we're going to have to hang out quite a few times for me to truly, for my soul to be truly comfortable with you. So at the point where a Taurus even feels that way, it's not like, oh, we just jumped into the situation yesterday and now we're crazy and, you know, we want to be territorial about it. It's like, no, it was a lot for me to even invest myself in this in the first place. And now that it has my full investment, if it changes very drastically and very fast, and if I lose it like a switch, yeah, I'm gonna be fucked up internally. So that's really what it comes down to. So yeah, there's something that it's like you may know that you have to let it go or that you have to move past it. But again, with Tauruses, we want to put in that extra effort. So that's why I say when a Taurus like is truly done in a situation, when they truly stop calling, when they truly stop showing up, like they're truly done. A Taurus processes a lot before we fully say, okay, I'm done with this. Because by the time we truly walk away from something, it's like I did everything in my power to see if this could happen. Okay. And if it's not working, it's not due to, you know, lack of effort. So yeah. Now we have the Fool card in the reverse as the last card. So that's when there's a path that if you continue to go down it, there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be things that get in the way. It's a road that's not meant to be, you know, driven on. We have the Seven of Swords. So this is something about secrets, guys. So I feel like there's something in your life that isn't as genuine as you may want it to be or feel that it is. And with the Page of Cups in the reverse, I just feel like there's words being exchanged or things happening where it's just not genuine. It's really just not genuine. Okay. Now, going forward into the future, we have the Three of Swords. So I felt that. I felt that kind of buildup that gets us to this point where we're trying, even though our soul is telling us, you know, this is what it is. And then there's that sense of, crap, this is where, you know, the cookie crumbles. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Acceptance, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles. So you have, you know, it's going to be different for everyone. For some of you, you accept something into your life that really benefits you and makes you feel very, very good. And maybe it's going to really hurt or destroy somebody else. Maybe you're heartbroken, but good things come in. And for some of you, I feel the need to say maybe an inheritance here too. Maybe something happened, God forbid, you know, knock on wood. I hope that all your families are good, all your friends are good, and that, you know, we're all staying healthy. But there might be a situation that is very painful, or maybe money comes out of it. Okay, maybe a lawsuit, maybe, God forbid, you know, a bereavement sort of thing. So that could be it. But it could just be as simple as someone who's important to you accepting something, and that just really hurting you, although it can lead to good for you. But there's something painful here that does lead to some sort of abundance that comes in, whether that be emotional or monetary. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Six of Wands. So at the end of all of this, guys, it does bring in something that's very long term and something where you do really have success with it, okay? But again, I feel like things are going to take a turn in a way that we may not be expecting. And I'm part of this too, guys, so I'm definitely going to tread carefully. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. So you walk away from something that's painful, but that causes you to be in a place where you build, okay? And you have the Knight of Swords. So this could be with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or this could just put you in a place where it's like, I have to be focused. I'm at point A, this is point B, and it's like I need tunnel vision until I get there. Anything that's outside of the scope or anything that's going to derail me from this trail, it just can't be in my life. So with the Hierophant, whatever that you fall away from, or that you have to walk away from, it's something that had to happen. It's something that's going to lead you to really being on the path to coming into alignment with your highest self, okay? So 6 of Wands, last card. Let's see why this is here. We have the Judgment card upright. And we have the 7 of Cups, okay? So whatever this illusion was based on, okay, whether it be love, whether it be work, anything like that, you guys take a step back and it's like you make that very hard but ultimate decision. And with the decision that you make, it does lead you to victory. But Taurus says, I do feel like this retrograde is squeezing the last bit out. Okay, so just know that there's something that could be a very, very tough decision, something that you feel very burdening for you. Maybe it's with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Okay, maybe even air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But you're going to have to see something for what it is. Okay, and you're going to have to make the right call on this, guys. So I'm going to pull some cards of advice. Let's see how this is going to go down. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card. And we'll talk about it. All right. All right, let me get 3 cards of advice for the sign of Taurus. Guys, with all of this, I don't want you to think it's a bad thing, okay? We have Uranus and Taurus, okay? This is going to benefit Tauruses more than any other sign, all right? For the next 6 years, you're going to see so many shakeups in your life. And I don't want you to think about the short-term effects or the way that it makes you feel, especially if it's going to be something painful, because what it's meant to do is actually shake things up in a way that it benefits us, okay? That it truly, truly benefits us, and we're able to come across so many good things. So if you are a Taurus, if there is a business that you have been wanting to build, if there is a path that you've been wanting to take, but you've been scared about your success in it, this is the time, all right? This is truly the time. And with 6 years, you can build so much by then. You can make multiples upon multiples of millions of dollars if that's what you want. And you know our sign is gifted when it comes to money. All right. So let me leave this here. I'm going to pull an oracle card because I know I'm going to have to pull a clarifier or 2 on this energy. So let's see what's up with this oracle card. What does the sign of Taurus need guidance on? Okay. So we have 1. All right. I don't even have to look up the meaning to this. This is going to be very similar to the Fool card. All right. You're in a place where there's something completely new that you guys are coming into, and this is something worth being excited about. This is something that is beneficial to your path, that really puts you on the path of something that is genuinely just good for you, okay? With these cards here, we had the King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 3 of Wands pop up. Off bat, just with the 3 of Wands, whether this is something you're going towards or turning your back on, it's all about expansion. But with the Ace of Swords as the energy, there's some sort of bullshit you have to cut out of your life in order to get here. We have the Moon card in the reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse, 6 of Swords. So honestly, guys, it's just going to be something that it might be painful to move away from, but you have clarity that you do need to move away from something, okay? But it's showing that the worst that could have happened here has already happened, For a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurial ventures that you're going on now, or just a passion that comes so strongly into your life that it demands your attention, okay? But something just won't be working out, and there's going to be secrets that come out about this where you see that that can't happen, okay? But that's what puts you on this new path. This is something that you're meant to go through. You have the Justice card, the Queen, the Mother of Wands, rather, the Queen of Wands, and the Fool card. So for some of you, maybe it's with the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For others of you, it could just be you being emotionally okay. You have the Six of Pentacles, guys. You find balance here. It's just that there was something your soul was dabbling in that was not meant for you. Now, what I will say, from what I'm seeing, rather, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat shit, because I would never sugarcoat things to myself. And with me being a Taurus, you know, I got to be very real with this. Whatever this is that you guys are going to have to walk away from, I don't feel that it's going to be as devastating as you might initially think. Or even if you're thinking about it now and you have a good idea of what that could be, I think that the worst part here is going to be more of the I'm trying to get this thing, but more of the anticipation of what it is that may happen. Okay, so that's why sometimes I have a lot of readers message me and they're like, hey, do you want to trade a reading for a reading? And I'm like, no, I don't like getting read, to be honest with you, because sometimes the anxiety of what we see in the cards and what we are waiting for is worse than the event itself. So just kind of keep that in mind. And I know that that could be like detrimental for a tarot reader to say you don't necessarily need tarot readings, but that's the truth, guys. I don't want you to depend on tarot readings, and I'm always here if you need one, and I'm fucking happy to look into anything. But we always know within our hearts and in our souls what's good for us and what's not. So again, like, I really hope that this retrograde was able to put a lot into perspective for you guys. And it's so funny because I'm just getting to a point in my life where, you know, I'm realizing what are things that are holding me back? What are things that kind of get in my way when it comes to my idea of success, my idea of who I want to be as a woman, my idea of how I want to travel the world and what message I want to put out in the world. And it was awesome because last night I have a very good friend that I'm recently, you know, I'm going into business with, but, you know, he hit me up last night and I was just telling him some shit that was just really, really bothering me. And, you know, to be honest with you guys, because I haven't had a heart-to-heart with Taurus in a while, and I'm home right now, so let's talk about it. But I am such a giving person. I'm the type of person that I will give you the shirt off of my back. If I have $2,000 in my bank account, you need $1,700. It's dire. It's an emergency. You got it. So I've just always been such a giving person, and I feel like I'm someone who is stubbornly independent. Like, I can't describe, and I know that this is something I have to work through because it's okay to ask for help, but I'm the type of person that asking for help is literally my last resort. Like, I will do anything in this world to figure it out on my own before I ask. So, you know, just recently I went to a group of people that I felt like they were just very, you know, good for me. And not that we should expect anything in return, you know, when we help others out, because that's what this world is. Just to, if you can make someone else's life easier just for a moment and it doesn't affect you that much, then whatever, do it. But I had to humble myself and I had to say, yo, I need help with something right now. And it wasn't, you know, I don't think it was something big, and I did not get a response. And it's just like, it wasn't even that I was scared of figuring out my problem. It kind of just broke my heart, you know, because I'm just like, we really can't go by this world thinking that people are going to have the same heart that we do, the same helping hand that we do. And just as a light worker and just as someone that does what they do, and you know, you guys know, for those who have been watching me, that my biggest desire in life is to just be a motivational speaker, a coach, to just speak life into people and to be the person that I needed when I was at my lowest. So it's more of, what do we have to release in our life to get there? And when things like that happen, it's more of just a wake-up call as to, sometimes we are going to be alone in certain things that we do, and you can't let that make you bitter. Okay, people can only give, you know, so much, especially if they're not, you know, in the best place themselves. So I'm just have to I'm just having to readjust my view on things, because I have to realize that with who I am, I'm going to naturally attract a lot of people, whether they need help from me, whether they just want to be in my light for that moment, whether they're just very curious about how I've done certain things in life. So you have to find the circle that you need. You have to find what is going to be nourishing for you. You can't always be the nourisher. And I'm speaking this to myself as I speak it to you guys, because that's just something that Taurus is, that we naturally do. The Mother of Pentacles, the Empress, that's a Taurus right there. You know, we're connected to the earth, and we give food, and we give love, and we give nourishment, and we give warmth, and we give housing. That's what Taurus is. You know, everything material that you can touch to make you feel comfortable, that's what a Taurus does. So you need to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a place where you're going to be completely depleted because of that. And I saw the most beautiful thing last night. I don't know if any of you watched the OA on Netflix, but I'm watching an episode, and this is something that I didn't know, but like it was in the moment that I needed to hear it. Like a moment where something hit me so heavy that I'm like, shit, like, you know, that was a wake-up call for me. But in a forest, if there is a tree that is dying or it does not have nourishment, the other trees, because these roots are embedded so deeply into the ground, the other trees, they'll pick up on that, and they send nourishment that way. Because at the end of the day, if one of these trees dies, especially if it's a huge one, it throws off the ecosystem, you know, in that rainforest, or, you know, wherever it's placed at. So with that, it's a message to Taurus: humble yourself sometimes in a way where you ask for help and you don't feel bad about it. Because anywhere you want to go in life, especially if it's something big and you want to do it on a large scale, I know that we're stubborn and we're like, fuck it, we don't need anybody. But the truth is, guys, you need a team. You need a team. And I'm not saying that these are people that have to, you know, work in your space. It doesn't have to be that. But do you have people that nourish you? If you're always the strong person, what the hell happens when you're down? And that same friend, you know, that spoke life into me yesterday, and they gave it to me straight. And there's nothing more that I appreciate in a friend more than you giving it to me straight, even if it's some shit I don't want to hear. If I'm fucking up, call me out. That's what friends really do. So this person, and it wasn't even calling me out in a tough way, but they told me, you know, a few weeks back, because I had kind of like just vented something to them, and I'm just like crying to them about something. And they're like, Lissette, I fucking freaked the fuck out when that happened. They're like, you are the strongest person in my life. So when I see you cry, when I see you go through something, it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, if this is the person that keeps everyone straight, what happens when this person needs somebody? And the truth is, that person, me, needs to find people around that are going to be that powerful to be able to handle that. So just make sure, if you're giving, that there's a place in your life where you're getting to. Okay? So I feel good about this. I haven't vented in a bit to you guys, so I just wanted to put that out there, and just as a reminder to myself and as a reminder to you guys that we don't always have to take on the weight of the world. Okay? It's okay to ask for help, and if you don't feel like you have help, then that's something that should wake you up. All right? Why don't you have that? And why have you put yourself in a position where people think it's okay to constantly go to you for nourishment, constantly go to you for help? But when you hit these people up, there's no response at all. Okay? At the end of the day, we're going to be the catalyst to that. At the end of the day, that's the standard that we set for ourselves. Well, we're not going to be respected in that way. So just make sure that you act accordingly. And if you're not getting nourishment, find a source of it. All right. So again, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for your patience on letting me get this out. If you guys are waiting on anything from me, I'm going through this as fast as I can. I got about 400 emails now, so I'm trying to get it down as fast as possible. Again, High Vibrations 44 if you guys want to check out my Instagram. And guys, I'm really excited. I'm about to hit 100K, so that's really, really huge for me. So tell your friends about the channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your support towards you guys. Have been such a home base for me. So it's like I'm talking into a computer when I'm home alone. when I'm doing these readings. But no, it's a very strong connection that I feel to so many strangers. So for all of you that you've sent me these messages of kindness and of love, it's so nourishing. Okay, it's so nourishing. So thank you for that. Take care, guys.